We already had this discussion, but I'm having it again with all you. People give black-eyed peas a real bad rep. People that say black-eyed peas just taste disgusting and all kind of thing. And the hill that I am willing to die on is that if you don't like black-eyed peas, it's because you're not cooking it properly. Black-eyed peas, like any other peas, very flavorful. I've never met a peas that I didn't like. All you have to do is know how to cook it right. The approach to this recipe or to cooking peas on a whole is a real good starting point if you're now getting into cooking and thing and you really just want to understand the process and the basics of cooking. Being able to make a nice pot of peas is a real nice place to start. And I have all the usual suspects. I have some celery, must put some pimentos up in there, onion, garlic, of course some ginger up in there as well. For me, something that does add great flavor to peas is spices. So the spices of choice I'm using today is geera or cumin, and I have a cinnamon stick that I'm using as well. But the thing about this is, with peas, this recipe is basically just a guide. If you have other flavors that you like to use, other flavor profiles that you want to go with, feel free to go ahead and use it. But for me and black-eyed peas, these aromatics, these spices, this combination works well. But it's not a hard and fast thing. It's something that you can mix and match and create your own adventure and make your peas to your liking. We'll also be adding that magic touch of roucou. And a lot of people who outside of Trinidad and Tobago and say that they can't find roucou always ask for substitutes, and a great substitute for roucou is Sazon seasoning. This is annatto based, so if you can't find roucou, you can use the Sazon that has the annatto, the achiote in that. That's great. And of course, bay leaf is bay. You must add a bay leaf up in there. Stewing peas without bay leaf is just wrong. It's just wrong, right? So bay leaf had to go in there. So yeah, again, we've been here before, but we're doing it again. We're going to make a nicer black-eyed peas. And the great thing about this is, with this base that we're creating here, you could use it to make a black-eyed peas cook up with rice. You could use it to make a black-eyed peas soup. I even had black-eyed peas dal already. Real nice as well. So yeah, this is just a base and you could take it in any direction you want to. So without further ado, let me jump in, let me get this thing started. Well, of course, we had to go in with the usual suspects to build flavor for our peas. So starting off with one large onion. Of course, must have garlic in there. Some ginger up in there as well. Of course, pimento or seasoning peppers. If you can't get your hands on pimento, you could use like chilies, but just remove the seeds and the membrane if you don't want the heat. But of course, if you want to make your peas spicy, by all means, use the whole pepper. Nothing wrong with that. Now removing the celery stalks from the leaves. We'll use the leaves later in the cooking process, but in the early stages, we want to saute the stalks of the celery with the other aromatics. So let's give it a very fine dice. And I'm going to dice one carrot as well to add to our base, flavor base for our peas. Given that pumpkin very expensive right now, we ain't using no pumpkin. But fear not, the amount of aromatics and spices and things that we're going to put into this, you're not going to miss it. You're not going to miss the pumpkin. Chopping up the leaves of the celery. You always want to keep a bit of freshness, the freshness of the herbs in your dish. So I might even use portion of this during the cooking process and then add some last just to get that nice fresh pop. That is really, a real good tip for when you're making any dish, not just peas, but anything that you're incorporating herbs into the dish to flavor it. Yeah, use some during the cooking process and then save some to add in last. That's always give it a real nice fragrance. It will really perfume the dish. That's what herbs just do, is perfume the dish. So yeah, you're not gonna add this now. You're gonna set this aside to use later in the dish. And the other herb that I'm using to flavor up this dish is sage. You know, it's the Yuletide and festive season, so we getting sage in the market right now. It's not something you would get all the time, but sage is a nice herb. But of course, you don't have to stick to sage for this dish. You could always use thyme, you could use a shadow benny, rosemary. Yeah, any kind of herb like that would work well with this dish. But given that we have sage available right now, I'm using some sage in this. So flavor it up real nice. So here we have our aromatics, which will form the flavor base for our peas. And the thing about this is not only a great base for black-eyed peas, but it is a great base for literally any peas or bean that you could find yourself cooking. This right here, this combination of onion, garlic, ginger, pimento, carrots, and celery is a great starting point for any peas you can imagine, whether it's lentils, pigeon peas, lima beans, red beans, black-eyed peas, you know, whatever peas, it don't matter. It don't matter the peas. This is a great starting point. If you start with this, trust and believe, any peas that you're making will taste best. So the next key component in making sure that you have some best peas is to be using the dried black-eyed peas over the tin black-eyed peas. The black-eyed peas in the can, yeah, I really don't trust it. It really don't taste good to me. Matter of fact, truth be told, peas in the tin don't really taste good. You know, it really can't compare to the dried peas that you soak. So this, you could soak it overnight if you want, but really you need to soak this for about an hour and you're good. And even if you don't soak it, it'll still cook. It'll just take a longer to cook. But yeah, soak it for an hour, again overnight if you want to. And trust and believe, the difference between soaking these dried peas and the tin peas, worlds apart, chalk and cheese. So yeah, definitely I would say dried peas over the tin peas any day. That will definitely make a huge difference in how your final product come out, and you know, it'll definitely change your opinion on, you know, whether black-eyed peas just taste nasty or not. Because this, it's no way this tastes nasty. All right, there we go. Okay, so 45 minutes later, and boom, we looking good, smelling good. Yeah, man. All right, going in for a taste now. Perfect. Listen, anybody who claiming that black-eyed peas don't taste good or this type of peas don't taste good, dread. I really think you just need to cook it right, you know. Follow these steps as I show you. Use the dried peas instead of the tin peas. Saute your aromatics. Start off with your good base, your onion, your garlic, ginger, celery, carrot. Add spices, the geera, cinnamon, if you want to use nutmeg, if you want to use allspice, you know. Jazz it up with your own flavor profiles, your own twist it. Bay leaf, of course, beautiful flavor in there, roucou, Yeah, you can't go wrong. So this kind of thing about black eyed peas will taste good and this kind of thing, nah. Follow these steps and trust and believe you're on to some best black eyed peas. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and give it a share. If you do try the recipe, post your photos to social media and tag us in it. Would love to see it. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, take a moment to do so. Ring the bell to be notified every time we post new content. And for those of you who stuck around for 2022, thank you very much. Please stick around for 2023. We will be bringing new content as usual. So yeah, look out for that. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. See you all in the new year. Bless. Mm-hmm.